Hello everyone, I'm back, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2024 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on camera. From weird unidentified creatures to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying things caught on camera this year. So grab your maximum fear coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest clips of 2024. Starting the video off with one of the most convincing paranormal sightings of all time. WNYT News Channel 13 reporter Sam Hessler was live doing a morning news segment from a local cemetery, specifically Greenridge Cemetery in Saratoga County, New York. The segment went as planned, but unbeknownst to her, something supernatural was lurking behind her.
Here we have a few gravestones, but what you can't see because it's dark out behind me here,
Recognized by viewers watching the live news, we can see as a white shadow slowly floats past in the background. It's slightly hard to see, but when we up the brightness and enhance the quality, we can get a pretty good look at the shadow. It just floats away as if it was fleeing from the camera's view. The weirdest part about the mysterious footage is right when she says, "As you can see behind me, we have a few gravestones." That's exactly when this unknown entity shows itself.
behind me here we have a few gravestones, but what you can't see because it's dark.
And the fact that this comes from a reputable news channel makes the footage all the more convincing. Also, she was live on the air, making this almost impossible to fake. So how do you guys explain this one? Let me know in the comments down below. The YouTube channel Quemahoning Paranormal Group frequently releases videos submitted by subscribers of paranormal and supernatural events. One such video, filmed on October 22nd, 2016, was sent in by an anonymous viewer, and the story behind it is quite intriguing. The man, after returning home late one night from a local bar, noticed something unusual. Normally, his arrival would be met with loud clucking of his pet chickens eager to be fed. However, on this particular October night, the typically noisy birds were eerily silent. Finding this strange, he decided to investigate, thinking he might find a common animal like a fox or a raccoon or something disturbing them. Armed with his camera, he ventured outside, but what he captured was far from ordinary.
What's the matter with you?
The footage reveals a mysterious, skinny, and dark creature with glowing white eyes peering at the camera before quickly scurrying out of view. It was just sitting there, perched atop the coop. It seemed the creature had been attempting to prey on his birds but was interrupted in the act. Due to the creature's distinct behavior and appearance, many have speculated that this might be something called the Boswell bushcrawler, a mysterious folkloric entity similar to the rake, the elongated, skinny, and pale humanoid creature. Definitely some horrifying footage to say the least. This scary footage comes from a woman named Jenna DeSormu. She works at a local clinic. She loves to take videos and document the funny moments that happen around the office. But this video in particular took an extremely dark turn. A turn that would leave Jenna and her coworkers terrified.
Clear though. Like that was super clear.
Here it goes again.
Super clear. You think it's funny? Stop it. And then the freaking phone rings.
The footage, filmed on November 14th of 2023, was taken after the clinic workers began to hear what they could only explain as disembodied voices. No children are ever here at this clinic at all, so how were these voices happening and where were they coming from? You can tell the voices are not coming from any of the workers, as they do sound very childlike. And you can tell the co-workers are shocked and confused. Also, the voices don't just talk, they're responding to the questions being asked in the office. At one point, the voice says, "I'm over here," and it also says, "Yes, I do," as if it were answering their questions. They are now beginning to believe that their office is haunted, not only because of this encounter here, but also something happened only a few days earlier that supports their supernatural claims. Another office worker was in the back storage room all alone when he began to challenge the supposed ghost.
Do it again. I'm shaking. Jesus Christ. Come on. Can you knock it down? Now, come on. Come on. Stop. Nope. 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 We're done.
Eventually, a box moves completely on its own, as if something or someone is trying to push it off. And finally, after a couple minutes, the box does fall off, just as the man filming had told the ghost to do. Because of these disembodied voices and the poltergeist activity, the workers, along with viewers, are almost completely convinced that something is haunting their office. But the question is it a benevolent spirit or a malevolent spirit? Some are leaning more towards a good spirit because of the childlike voices and the non-threatening demeanor. However, it is said that demonic spirits are known for acting like children, to try to mask their truly evil presence. They will initially appear kindly, but will eventually reveal their true colors. And considering that the spirit was able to completely push a box off of a shelf, shows us it's extremely powerful, and most likely not a friendly spirit at all. This deeply disturbing footage just took place on June 4th, 2024 in Indonesia. And just a warning, this one is very, and I mean very disturbing, so viewer discretion is definitely advised. So the story goes like this. A man named Noni had become increasingly worried about his wife, as she went out on a walk by herself through the Indonesian woods on Thursday, June 4th, but never returned home. Her name was Farida. So early that next morning, so it's Friday at this point, Noni and some fellow Kalimpeg village residents set out on a quest to find her. They made their way through the woods, keeping their eyes peeled and looking virtually everywhere. And as they looked around and hiked intently, they eventually came across a very large reticulated python. At first it appeared as normal as a 16-foot snake could be, but as it slithered around, they noticed it had a very large belly, like it had just eaten something massive.
Tarik aja kalau. Luna lokore, gata ni masuk ikut na.
So collectively, they all agreed to cut open the snake's stomach to see what was inside. And the first thing they saw was a human head, the human head of Noni's wife. The missing woman was found fully clothed inside the stomach of this snake. And obviously, she was deceased. Just a very scary and very tragic story. And the fact that we can see this snake just slithering around and knowing that there's a human body inside its stomach, it's just downright spine-chilling. The husband, Noni, later stated, "If I had been with her that day, that snake wouldn't have dared to touch her. I feel sorry for the suffering she went through, and I'm sorry for our family. My condolences go out to Noni and anybody else who was affected by this tragic death. I show you this footage today to spread awareness and to show you all why it's important to stay aware and stay away from dangerous predators." Hopefully her tragic story could save other people's lives. Taking a look at a seriously creepy video coming from Franco TV on YouTube. In this video, Franco sets out to explore an old cemetery in Florida. He gets to the cemetery and begins to explore, and not too long after, he begins to hear strange crying or moaning noises in the distance.
So I don't see that. I just heard a noise moaning or crying on the outside, or someone yelling.
The sounds are distinct, and if you listen closely, you can hear them as well. Despite feeling like he's in danger, he continues to explore. And it only gets more real as he gets to the mausoleum and breaks out his infrared camera.
I'm looking at the old lady tomb right now and I see something. Holy
In the doorway near the area, something is seen moving. And mysteriously, he switches back to a normal camera view, and when he shines his flashlight, he sees nothing. But when he moves the light away, a slight dark silhouette of someone or something is seen just standing there in the doorway. It doesn't make any sense. He eventually makes his way into the mausoleum, lighting sage and breaking out a spirit box communication device that can supposedly allow him to communicate with spirits. He asks questions and words begin to come through the communication device.
Can you talk to me?
Jones.
Jones. Who's Jones?
The device says Jones, which Franco figures out is a name inside this mausoleum, and as soon as he sees it, the device responds with, "You found me."
Is your name Jones? Listen.
Found me.
Found me. This thing just said found me.
Frightened, he takes a look outside through his infrared camera, and to his absolute horror, he sees a white, robed figure in the distance. She appears to just be walking around out there.
They're just walking back and forth.
Suddenly, she notices Franco and begins charging directly towards him.
Oh, that looks like the run. That.
A scene straight out of a nightmare. He retreats and runs all the way back to his car and leaves the cemetery for good, fearing for his life. Whether the woman was a supernatural entity or a crazy, dangerous old lady, either one is scary enough to make Franco pack his bags and leave. You can tell he was petrified by the encounter and probably will never go back to that cemetery ever again. And the crazy thing is, he had another pretty crazy and similar encounter in a cemetery in the past where he ran into some old deranged woman sitting on a bench just staring up in the middle of the cemetery.
Hello? Ma'am? Do you need help? Yeah. Not doing that.
The woman doesn't respond to him, she just stares into his soul. He eventually feels so unsettled that he flees from the cemetery. Could it be that she was possessed or perhaps an undead corpse herself? Or was she just a crazy old lady? It's unclear, but definitely some of the creepiest footage yet. This short but horrifying clip comes from TikTok in 2023. Not much background information is provided for this one, but it appears some bat humanoid hybrid is hanging from a ceiling in an abandoned building. Take a look. The shocking close-up footage gives us a great look at the supposed creature. It has wings like a bat and is hanging upside down like a bat, but obviously bats don't get nearly this big. Some are skeptical, stating that this is just a prop or decoration, but wow, would it be a good one. And even the way it's swaying back and forth, it would cost so much money to make a decoration look like this. That's why a lot of online viewers believe that this was a real vampire. A vampire is an undead humanoid creature that feasts upon human blood. But vampires are just mythical creatures, right? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. This unnerving video comes from a young girl named Mildred Nava. It was filmed on a Monday morning at approximately 9 a.m. Mildred wakes up and sees that her dog had jumped on her bed and was now laying with her. a very rare occurrence, as her dog never sleeps with her and her sister in her bed. Mildred pulled out her phone to record this unusual moment. However, she accidentally captures something terrifying in the background. At first, she didn't notice anything strange about the footage, but eventually she notices a face. In the corner of her room, an unknown woman's face is seen. She has long black hair and something seems off about it. Suddenly, the reason behind her dog's unusual behavior becomes clear. Perhaps she was frightened by whoever or whatever that was in her room, so she jumped up to hide and get away. Mildred states that the only other person in the room was her sister, and she was sleeping right next to her. She doesn't recognize the face and is extremely scared of what it could have been. She and viewers agree that there is something just so unsettling about this image. No more updates have come out about this encounter, like if she's experienced any more paranormal events. But if any other information is released, I will let you know. Taking a look at a quick and terrifying paranormal clip, a man films himself in a very creepy and old-looking basement. He slowly walks through the room and ascends up the stairs, but pay attention to behind him after he walks up the stairs. Suddenly, a dark shadow appears from the basement and appears to follow the man. Right after this, the closet door begins to move all on its own. Zooming in, a shadow person is seen hiding in the closet. Its face is just white, and its body is a dark shadow silhouette, blending into the darkness surrounding. If I was this man, I would 100% move out of this home as quick as possible. Now this video is scary but also kind of funny. It's an extremely close call which could have ended very badly. A couple of guys were out fishing at a local pond. The man gets a bite and reels in a nice largemouth bass. But a predator is close behind and wants that fish more than he does. An alligator quickly emerges from the water, chasing after the bass. The fisherman drags the fish further up the bank, and the alligator continues to follow. For some reason, he brings the fish pretty close to another fisherman. This is when the alligator diverts its attention to the man instead of the fish. The alligator lunges towards the man and he whacks it on the head with a fishing pole. He barely gets out of the way. Just imagine the damage this alligator would have done if it got a hold of him. But anyways, the alligator runs back down to the bank, and this is where the footage cuts off. The men and bass escape unharmed, and the alligator leaves defeated with a headache and no food. On April 21st, 2024, in Rock Hill, South Carolina, a very powerful and dangerous storm would roll through, bringing winds up to 90 miles per hour, golf ball-sized hail, and even a tornado. And these Rock Hill residents here in the video got stuck right in the middle of it. Take a look at their footage. The immense power of the wind is insane. And there is so much hail that it eventually completely covers the ground. As a result of the storm, the family loses a few panels of their fence. But it could have been much worse. And somehow their pool survives this whole storm. But their reactions are crazy, and it's very scary, but also cool to see this storm so close up. It really shows us how powerful and ruthless Mother Nature can be. Luckily, everyone survived and everyone was completely safe. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like button's mom. Let's aim for 2,000 likes for another one of these scary trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 14% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. Also, feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise and coffee mugs. They're in the description down below. And also feel free to check out my brand new second channel where I post other videos. It's called More Maximum Fear. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.